So, what's up, guys? Let me put my camera on. Alrighty. Alrighty. Where are we? How is everybody doing? How are you guys doing? So, pre-market Bitcoin is pumping. We're back at $89,000. We have, what is the reason for that? Welcome. First of all, guys. In today's live stream, a couple minutes later, but still I made it actually 5 minutes early than I announced. I thought I'm gonna be live at 15:10, but that's all right. So pre-market is pumping due to positive news. We have the CPI news, and we also have um, the unemployment claims. Unemployment claims stayed exactly like expected. 224,000 unemployment claims as expected before. So we get a decrease in the labor market. Good news for the labor market, 100%. And also we have the core consumer price index. So basically inflation. Inflation is actually was expected to rise up 0.1%. It actually decreased 0.3%. So that's heavy news to the positive side. Lower inflation, definitely a good news. So right now, Bitcoin is pumping. And now we're coming to a very substantial area, like a very important area here, of course. So the dump from yesterday is not yet completely filled. So it's going to be interesting what's happening up here. It's definitely going to be, yeah, the most important part for today. Also, we're going to have some news at, let me actually see, when do we have the news? Oh, this is wrong. Sorry, guys. This was the wrong click. We have another news, I believe. Oh, no, we don't. Okay, let's see. Usually at 4 p.m. there's a lot of volume coming. Currently, we get rejected from the imbalance that we have spoken about yesterday. 50-minute imbalance that was created here. We basically jumped in, have a little bit of potential to go a little bit more up here. But yeah, short term, we get rejected. What we can do today is the following. We can actually make, as always, let's quickly check the liquidation heat maps for BTC. Let's take a look actually, what are the levels here? And then we can also put them in chart. So heavy liquidations over us, as you guys can see. That's going to be very interesting. Yeah, Bitcoin pretty much has most of the liquidation levels over us. So I personally think last time we had that as well, but under us there's almost nothing. Like there's almost nothing. I mean 85,000 of course, but mainly we have them over us, which would be a bullish case potentially. Right now market is slowing down a little bit after the news here, but let me actually also open up the Bitcoin chart on Binance if that's the same. Ethereum pumping as well. Okay. Well, there we definitely have, oh no, sorry. Oh yeah, that's the same. There we actually have some more liquidations under us. So it's really interesting to see here. Binance chart, of course, can move the market. So we see around 88K. We see another potential setback here. Let's actually put that in the chart here anyways. Here is nothing, right? On BingX, there's nothing. Like, it's really interesting. Let me actually put the threshold down. Ah, okay. Was the threshold that was not showing it? Oh, that is also Binance. Okay, sorry. Let's go back to BingX. How are you guys doing though? How are you guys doing? Is everything all right? Okay. Okay, we have a little bit at 88,152. We also get rejected here for now. Once again, good push and gets rejected. It's really, currently it doesn't make much, or it's not a lot of fun to trade swings. So let's actually mark that out. So we have 88,150, which is basically gonna be taken out right now. So it's taken out right now. So we don't even need to, we can anyways put it here. So just to understand how market moves. So here right now, 10 million of longs were liquidated. You can see, right? You can see, even if we push more, but short-term reaction, very nice, you know, like just liquidating the things that are still into the market. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like the 1 minute reaction. Let's see. Yeah, but anyways, overall, I would say in Bitcoin today for this session. Now we liquidated this one here. We liquidated also a few cells before already, before our session, 34 million, but we definitely have some more over us if we are taking a look at the threshold. 30 million, 30.5 million, almost 6 million is at 89,720. Ready for the session? Nice. You put away a message, Flo? Was everything good? So, but let's mark that out. Let's mark that out. Let's mark it out together. We have 89,740. $85,740. Definitely some good 42. Some good liquidation levels here. Yeah, I just wrote that I took a buy trade, but closed already. Ah, nice. But again, some fucking manipulation going on here. That's so horrible. The market is really horrible. Horrible, horrible market. Like this price action is very much, it's just so ass. It's just so ass. But we are liquidating these levels here short term. So what else do we have over us? We have 89,990. 89,990. Another sell liquidation level that I think is pretty much likely that we're gonna go there. Let's actually go a little bit more here in detail to see. Boom, boom, boom. Do we have any like high liquidations here? Yeah, here. 90,533. 90,533. Also interesting here for, okay, we had that before. What else do we have? These are high leveraged. 90,770. Okay. And some smaller ones here in between, we can also mark like an average out. yeah, let's say an average this year is something like 250 because we just have some smaller ones at the high. So these are like potential profit levels that we can take here. Very interesting price action for sure. At least we have a lot of volume in the beginning already. 100% profit, but now would have been a lot more. Well, I mean, always be grateful for profits, man. I swear it can also go different way, you know. So like, of course, like taking partials and then you know, seeing how it goes obviously makes sense. But yeah, everything based on your risk management. Be happy if you took the profits. Be proud of yourself. You know, there's often a potential to even get more, right? Moritz, what's up? Hello, guys. Let's get some trades in 100%. Let's see if the market gives us something nice. So overall, guys, we're still like similar pattern, obviously yesterday, like just to reflect on what we did yesterday. Take a look at this. We participated from the whole punch to the upside, right? And then we got rejected, like heavily got sold. It was good market manipulation for sure. But we said, right, from here, like we took profits, two levels were not taken, but most of the levels were taken. You know, we had levels here. I took them out already out of the market. Watch the live from yesterday if you want to learn a little bit. But we just waited for a break. We were patient. It took us like 20 minutes or something, I believe. We didn't have any trades for 20 minutes. Then we had one and it was a mega one, right? So here as well, this area now is of course very, very interesting. What's happening on like lower time frame, like if we get like a break here, it could be already an entry. Overall, over us, like it's still, I have to say, it's going to be interesting how we react here, you know. Um, but still, we have the same thing over us. We still have this this imbalance here. Question is, do we actually get it? You know, I would say a minimum to the 50% fair value gap, which is around 91,125. Let me actually put that here, 125. Um, this could be an interesting area where we potentially get another sell off. But this big gap here, you guys see it, right? That I big fair value gap here on the 1 hour, like it's just very, very likely that we are gonna get that. Like if we are pushing through the high, then I'm pretty sure actually that we are now able to push here through. But for now we get rejected, so it's pretty hard to say, right? Pretty hard to say. Potentially market opening gives us a good push to the upside. So that is Bitcoin, you know, that is Bitcoin. I would say if we push through this one here, I would personally take longs, even though we have already the push here. I would definitely take profits quick and manage my trade because we just had already a good pump and there is the potential that we're getting rejected from here, like from this red area. It's definitely possible, you know, like potentially getting the first 3 levels, maybe even the 4th, just to get like a manipulation wick and then get rejected. So it might be, again, a very quick trade. So yeah. I don't see many, as I said, like I don't see many liquidations under us. Like we have it here, obviously, you know, like 88,000, you know, 88,000. There's another one. I think we even got them now, almost. I believe 88,000 we could definitely see. I think it's 03. Yeah, we didn't get this one. So like a small push to the downside could be possible. I mean, everything is possible. And then we have some stuff here under us. 87,292. 87,133. And 054. Do you think it will fully fill the fair value gap? Hard to say. Like, I personally see many times that the fair value gap is completely filled. But if you wanna like trade that safe, I would look out for like a 50% fair value gap fill. Because it might be that we get a rejection and then you go back and like break even or even in losses if you're holding this position too long. So we can rather like re-entry for the full fair value gap fulfillment, you know, in case. For now we get rejected, but I mean it's a short like a very small reaction for now. We do have, as I just mentioned here, we have 88,000 still. There are long liquidation levels that get liquidated, and then we have some more down here, or some more down here in this small consolidation phase that we had. But overall, of course, like if we're just taking a look here, by the way, also the Bitcoin intraday for partial two already, so second take profit hit. Okay, understood. I still have a long open from 85K. Very good. Have you actually jumped into this area here, like we spoke about yesterday? Because here I also open up a position. Same in Ethereum. Also first partial done. Alrighty. Everybody knows what to do. Anybody questions? Sven, weißt du, was du machen musst? Sven, in German. Do you know what's up? Yeah, all perfect. Nice. All clear. Nice. That's good. That's good. Let's wait for the market opening. It's going to be in 5 minutes. Going to be interesting how the US market is going to react to the inflation, like the positive inflation news. Technically, I would say, but sometimes it just doesn't make sense. But I would say we see a positive reaction because that is definitely good news. Positive inflation. Like, I mean, that's the best case scenario. You know, we expected a worse inflation and we even got a way better one. Like 0.3% in like inflation rate is definitely a big number, you know. So I would say that's very bullish news. But what do we know nowadays, right? In crypto, it's kind of like every market is pumping and then Bitcoin is ignoring every positive news. And then we get a random pump like yesterday. So that's why scalping makes so much sense, right? That's why scalping makes so much sense. Oh, what is Solana doing? Ethereum, by the way, let's take a look here as well, very quickly. Yeah, I guess like in Ethereum, it's like if we are breaking this high, you know, if we're breaking this high. Then it will be interesting, right? Riskier one would be if we're just breaking this high here, and then potentially also go in a short trade there, in a buy trade there. Sorry, like in a short trade. I mean, holding it short. But let's actually take a look quick on the heat maps, what we can see here in Ethereum. Yeah, we took out a lot already. We took out a lot of shorts already, so we don't really have much over us anymore. 25.33, 2,998 we have here. Is there nothing anymore? Did we all like just liquidate all the shorts? Crazy. Let's actually take a look more on a higher time frame. 3 days. Ah, okay. Here it's gonna be interesting. All right. You can see how many people are short in Ethereum. That's crazy. I mean, that one here is freaking big for sure. Yeah, okay. Like here we have a lot of, on the 3 day, we have a lot of longs. 3,035. Oh my God, that's a huge one. So that one here. There are definitely a lot of liquidation levels. That's actually the liquidation levels that we marked up a couple days ago. That's why they're on the 3 day heat map. But you can see here 3,042. Like, oh my goodness, that's a lot of liquidation levels here. Nine 59.66. At what point do you put stop loss break even? For example, in the long trade. You mean in? I just lost my my water. Um, you mean this one down here, like this one? Or you mean when we go along here? You mean the scalp or the intraday buy in Bitcoin? Because the intraday buy is already on break even. We already hit first partial level, so they are put at the latest break even. Yes, the Bitcoin long. Yeah, this one here is definitely already break even. All right, market opening, guys. You guys know what to do. At least I didn't get any questions. Fix your own risk management. I cannot do the risk management for you guys. Everybody needs to be able to do own risk management. So please focus on that. First one, intrude. Intraday. Yeah, yeah. First partial. Or like, I mean, if you want to do it quicker, then I would definitely do it, let's say, with a one-to-one risk to reward. You can, like, that would be the main rule, let's say, if you really want to have like a clear rule for that. One-to-one risk to reward would be a good way or a good time, depending on how, like, I mean, if you have like a scalp, right? Or like scalp intraday where you have a little bit of like a small stop loss, of course, then you have with a big push, you right away have like a one-to-one, one-to-two maybe. If you of course want to hold that longer, then there's the risk that you know, you just go break even and then it goes up. So I would definitely have like a decent reaction from my zone. And then I put on break even. If you guys have any questions, let me know. So we are looking out for a break of the green area right now. Take in mind that like these three first levels that we have here are liquidation, are like all of the yellow ones are liquidation levels based on the heat maps that we just took a look on before. Every time what we want to do is in the beginning of the call, we want to mark out the liquidation levels. We want to educate a little bit. So for example, if you guys have questions in the future, we're going usually live except of like Christmas time and holidays. We go live Monday to Friday. 3 p.m. Central European time. So the first 30 minutes, you can always ask questions. I'm going to educate a little bit around the things that we do here. We mark up the liquidation zones that we want to obviously, in the best case scenario, scalp into. So yeah. Ethereum, same thing. So currently, I would say if we're breaking this high here, we can definitely already have the first scalping trades here. Take in mind that we definitely should take profits here somewhere already, because that could be a good place. We can actually double check that quickly here on Ethereum seed maps too, because we do have at 3001, we just got a new 3001. Like there's another big liquidation level. And then we have a few smaller ones at 3011, actually 30 million. That's not small. So that could be the first profit targets here. $3,021 as well. Just in case we get rejected at the highs, in case we're coming up there, would be already some good move. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, no problem. In general, for me, the rule is with my stop loss, usually, like with the stop losses that I use for intraday or swing trades, I personally put my stop loss on break even when I have a 1-to-1 risk to reward, usually. And I think that's a good rule. If I'm scalping, or let's say I have a little bit of more tighter stop, then sometimes I also just wait, like, because it's just normal that sometimes the market comes back to entry and then reacts again. I kind of look out for price action, and then if the price action is not the greatest, I'm closing the rest of the trade because I took partials already. Potentially, I'm personally managing the trade manually. So Bitcoin actually got the liquidation level at 8803, pushes down quite aggressively again. But this liquidation is out that we spoke about. I haven't took any trade here because that's just too unclear. But technically we broke this point of interest here, so we might get down here and get the liquidation levels. But I personally would love to get the buy. I'd love to get the buy. Liquidation got took out or got taken out, so nothing to worry about. I mean, we have still some liquidations here It's also, I mean, you can see on like, let's say a 50-minute time frame, like it wouldn't be like a mess if we're going down here first and then potentially going up. I would really like to have them, like, I would really like the market to behave a little bit. I'm gotta be honest, that every push is gonna be liquidated. It's just getting on my nerves, you know. It's just getting on my nerves a little bit, especially for like, if you're already in longs, of course, here took profits and stuff, and of course making money, but yeah, currently price action is really a little bit weird, but we make the best out of it and still make money. So that's the most important, right? But anyways, it is what it is. Market could be better. Market could be better. So let's see. Let's see if we get a break of the high of the high here in green. As I said, that would be an interesting area. Same goes for Ethereum. Same goes for Ethereum. So these are the both levels. I would highly recommend you to also, in case I'm gonna be like 2-3 minutes later at your stage, right? Like, I don't know if you guys see it, if you have some delay on YouTube. I'm not sure about that, but especially when you have to trade quick, I would just mark up the highs that I have here too, and just have the stream for like on the side. That's why we also do it half an hour before, so you guys can do the same thing at the same time on your charts. So I would use your personal trading view as like a trigger or like a confirmation. Do I go into the trade? Do I not go into the trade? Don't just watch my chart, because there is potentially some delay, like 3 seconds or something. And that is already making a big difference, right? Especially when we want to trade quick. So yeah. Let's actually take a look. I'm going to do that on my second screen. What's going on Twitter? If there's anything that we need to know. I don't see anything. But inflation data is really much better than expected. Here also Kobayashi letter. This is absolutely insane. Inflation in the US just unexpected posted one of the largest monthly declines since 2023. Crazy. While a plus 10 basis points increase in inflation was expected, it actually fell by minus 40 basis points, as we already said, right? This puts core CPI inflation in the US at its lowest level since March 2021. Crazy. According to this data, inflation is now at its closest point to the Fed's 2% target since the pandemic. 2026 is gonna be a wild year. So the data in general is really good. Like, should even push more in my opinion, but market is doing completely the opposite all the time. Wintermute just started pumping millions into BTC and Ethereum. Yeah, a lot of manipulation. A lot of manipulation on the market. Big players are pumping in the market, and then we are at risk they're dumping the market again. Let's see. Like in general, I would say it's a positive news for today. And I expect a potential move. I expect a potential move, but we also have to be aware that definitely some levels are under us that the market maker want to take before, which are here, 87,292 to 87,054, something like that. Could be definitely that, could be possible that we are going lower first. Wouldn't be the craziest dip if we just go here and then go up, but if we do something like this here again, break down and like, you know, going under this low, that would be not so good. But will you just wait for something clear? And then we go in. Let's see. Ethereum also for now gets rejected, sorry. Bitcoin dumping. Typical stuff. Typical stuff here. Well, guys, patience. Patience is the key. Patience is the key. A little bit of a higher risk would be if we, when we broke this 5-minute candle, could have been a short here as well, but like a little bit more risky. So I stayed personally out. Gold is also dumping right now. Sol dumping, Ethereum dumping, Bitcoin dumping. Interesting stuff here. Interesting stuff. Be aware, guys. 4 p.m., as you guys know, is always a very, very volatile it's always a very volatile time. So often like there's like peak times, right? Like 14, 16, 18 o'clock in the markets often gets, for whatever reason, like people are being very active at these times, you know? So 4 p.m. is often a very, very active time on the futures markets. So be aware of that. We are like 50 minutes in. I'm actually also thinking maybe to start the live stream even a little bit later, but I think it's okay, right? I don't know what you feel like if you guys like it, that we're like, you know, marking up the stuff, we are being patient, or you rather want to have like a very, very quick session, like 30 minutes, and then we go out. I don't know what you guys like the most. Maybe you can give me some feedback there. I personally think, I mean, I would even stay like for 2 hours in a live stream and just have fun, right? But yeah, currently I often need to walk my dogs at like 4:30, so I'm often like stepping away at 4:30. Gonna be different next year because I'm just not home. I'm gonna be somewhere else, but yeah, let's see. For this year, I think we continue with this structure here. Who is the bigger balls, guys? Send me in the chat. Let me know in the chat. What do you think? The Bulls or the Bears? For me, every time is good. Flo says, nice. Okay, I can count on you, my friend. I can count on you. I can count on you. I'm counting on you that you're gonna sing. Pump it up, my friend. I'm gonna count on you. You know it's the Bulls. You know it's the Bulls, my friends. It's the Bulls. Says the guy that yesterday took some shorts. Says the guy that took yesterday some shorts. I see you, my friend. I see you. I see you. Don't hide. Don't hide. I'm singing you. You just can't hear it. Maybe I should invite you for the next live stream and put you as a singer in the background so you can do the music for us. You can do the music for us. That would be something, huh? That would be something. So Bitcoin currently at $88,000, 88.1. Currently nothing really interesting for us to trade here. If you don't know how to trade crypto, which exchange, I'm personally trading on BingX. For me, it's the best broker in the space. One of the best brokers for sure. Or exchanges. I love a lot of exchanges, to be honest. It's not just BingX. Personally, I trade on BingX and never had any problems. Very good support service. So if I have any struggles, which for now never came up, definitely good VIP support as well. So currently, that is my only cooperation that I do. If you want to like give something back, like two things possible. Number one, trading on the exchange. So the trading fees are not going to BingX directly, but I get a little bit of the cut for going live every day. Or of course, you can just be active here. That is also very nice. I appreciate everyone that is really active on the channel as well. So yeah, feel free to check out the video description. There's also the Telegram channel where I put a lot of value in the future education videos. And of course, I announce all my live streams and everything like that. So how all good, need to focus not to miss any longs. Yes, sir. We don't want you to miss it again. We don't want you to miss it again. Oh, yeah. I actually need to go to the toilet and I'm like, oh my God, I have to wait. It's crazy. Imagine, going to the toilet and then. But actually, you know what? I'm going to bring my phone. I'm going to go quickly on the toilet, guys. I'm going to be quick, but you guys know what to do, right? If we are pushing over this high, I'm personally going into the long. Ethereum breaking this high, I'm going into the long. So I'm going to go very quickly and I'm going to be back very soon. And I also get some water, but you guys know what to do in case we get the push right now. Okay. Sometimes it's actually like the people that know me going to the toilet is often a good sign. Okay. So let's pray. So, every time I go to the toilet, we see a pump. Want to get water since 20 minutes. Nice to know that the people have the same struggle. Nice. So, do we get a push here? Do we get a push today? Let's see. Slow market right now. We saw pre-pump, but currently definitely some slow market here. But let's see. 16 o'clock, like 4 p.m. CET is approaching. So that's usually, as I said, like a very interesting time where often a lot of volume comes in. Let's actually switch through to the 1 minute time frame to just see it a little bit more clear. Do we see something nice? Good Christmas gift. That would be a good early Christmas gift here. Let's go pump it up. Dup, 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 dup. All right. So 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left to 4 p.m. Good push. 5 more minutes. Five more minutes, champions. And then usually we get some volume. And currently, really nothing to do here. Nothing to do. Nothing much to do. Boring. Want to get water? That's not a new comment. All right, guys. Another day that is boring for now. Last time I was like, okay, guys, I'm gonna go like in the beginning of the week. I think was it Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday. I'm not sure. I went out, and 1 minute later we got the push. Literally when I went out. Maybe I should quit the live stream and then we're gonna see a pump. But yeah, 3 minutes to go for 4 p.m. As I said, very often that we see volume coming in there. I mean, right now it is 10 a.m. in almost 10 a.m. in the US. I think we have 6-hour difference to at least CET, right? So they definitely are awake. They are definitely awake. Currently, price action is more bearish, right? 1 minute price action is more bearish. Oops. So maybe we even get the liquidation levels under us first. Let's see. To be honest, like if we actually get a dump to the downside, I would consider going in for sells here at the low. Uh, 1530, we are not taking any trades anymore, personally. 15 to 1530 is always education, like marking up the charts, for me at least. I'm waiting for the opening. So question, the answer to question is no. We also have some small imbalance here. Could be filled too. Based on here, the liquidation levels would also make sense. Then where do we go short on Ethereum? Good question. Also at the low. Also at the low. Because structure is the same. Or at least similar. So, do we see some momentum shift here now? It's going to be interesting now. Do we have a 5-minute candle here in between? Let's actually see. For short-term longs, this one here could be interesting too. If we're breaking this like 5-minute candle to the upside, could be a nice break too for longs. A little bit earlier entries. On BTC. Nothing so far. Nothing really clear that we, even if we would have taken, let's say, the break here, would not really be nice profits. So nothing really to do here. Well, that's part of the game. Sometimes it's boring until a specific point. What are your guys' plan for Christmas? Let's talk some private stuff too here, if the market is not giving us anything. What do you guys do for Christmas holiday? Are you guys with your family or what's planned? What do you guys eat for Christmas? I love food myself. Like Christmas time, I always try to do extra gym classes, or like, let's say, not gym classes, but you know, go more for a run, or go more for runs, go more to the gym than I usually do. Because like these 2 3 days for us personally, like Christmas Eve and the first day, my dad actually has his birthday on the first day, like after New Year's Eve, so the 25th. So it's always crazy. We have a lot of people from my family coming over this year. Usually that's not the case because my mom doesn't like too many people at home, usually. But this year, I don't know what they do. Scalping. Flo says he's scalping on New Year's, on Christmas Eve. Crazy dude. That's locked in mentality. Nice one. Imagine we get like a monster pump on New Year, on Christmas Eve from Trump or something, where he says, "Hey, I wanted to say like Happy Christmas. Bitcoin is going to the moon or something. I'm gonna invest $10 billion in Bitcoin." Giving out a wish to Santa to get better price action. Lol. Yeah, I can sing a song. Oh, I can sing a song of that. I can sing a song. Well, overall, let's see, what do we have here in Bitcoin. I mean, currently we see a reaction. Yes, we were oversold on the 15, but not really like a crazy reaction, right? We still have the order block to be touched, kind of. Well, here it was mitigated already. So yeah, price action on the lower time frame, more bearish. Looks like it wants to get down first, I feel like, and get the liquidation levels, but I'm happily wrong. I'm happy if I'm wrong. I just do whatever the market gives me, to be honest, without being biased. Yeah, that's super boring here right now. Do we see anything on X? Nothing really happens here. It's always so funny. Like we see pre-market, we see like pumps, and then like nothing happens for a while, and then apparently we see pump or dumps. That's so interesting. Also, when it comes to like gaps and stuff, it's so interesting to see that like the pumps always get like liquidated right after, you know, like you see a pump liquidated, pump liquidated, pump liquidated, pump liquidated. It's like it's crazy. Like all the longs are getting liquidated all the time, and then you see dump since 12th of December, not liquidated, like not filled. Dump, yeah, sure. I mean, here we got it, but and then this one here we cannot fill 100%. It's like, oh my goodness. It's just interesting. Okay. If we can actually break this 5-minute candle, it would be interesting for buys too. Not gonna lie. Potentially we can go here for a quick one. But overall, the biggest area of interest is for me here, okay? Biggest interest area is for me here. But this one here, the 5-minute candle that is being broken, let me actually see. Yeah, it's this one. If that's actually going to be broken, I personally go for a lower risk trade here as well. Actually, let's put it a little bit up here. Boom. If we break through there. Then I would personally also go in a quick scalp. For now, it doesn't look like it, but let's see. Get rejected anyways. Pretty boring, pretty boring, pretty boring. Let's see if we get something here. I know, guys, it's pretty boring today, but I cannot change the markets. I cannot change the markets. So do we have maybe some more short liquidations? Because that happens also sometimes, that we get more short liquidations in if the market has price action like this. So let's see. We actually do. I think we have some new shorts here in. Yep. 88.8, 88.9. So another like shorts came in here with a rejection actually. It is what it is. Yep. That's true. 87,559. So we got some more liquidation levels in here. Currently, it looks like market wants to go a little bit more down. Let's see. In yellow, we have more liquidations where we can retrace them again, but a little bit like indecision here. Still indecision. We're still in a bearish trend on the short term. So as I said, makes also maybe sense that we break these lows and then we even go a little bit lower. First liquidation level that came in is done. I think I made a mistake here. 88,818. Oh no, it's all good. These ones we had before already. I was confused a little bit. Okay, very boring, very boring. Let's see. I'm actually hoping that we maybe get the sell. Like it looks like we want to go a little bit more down. Maybe we get the sell as like one trade for today. I guess in the new year we will get more volume again. But yeah, Christmas time and like December is a little bit boring. Like not gonna lie, it's some boring times, but I will see. Next week we will most likely not go live that often. We will see like Monday, Tuesday how the volume is. So I will definitely go live Monday, Tuesday. But for Christmas, of course, we don't go live, and then we go back on the 28th, right? 28th of December. Their market open again after Christmas. So 24th, 25th, 26th, and also 27th, I believe, are completely off. Like the market is, I mean, the US market like is closed. So volume wise, it doesn't really make much sense to scalp, in my opinion. Let's actually see. I think this year we have the 24th on a Wednesday. So that means 25th, 26th is on Thursday, Friday. Yeah, we start 29th, actually. 29th, which is in Monday. So 29th is and Monday and Tuesday. 31st is going to be half day. So I don't think that's going to be interesting either. But we will see. And then 1st of January, definitely not interesting. And then we start with a Friday. And then from the 5th of January, it's going to be normal again. 5th of January, it's going to be normal again. But I still wanted to show up, you know. Obviously, the market is right now not with the best volume in Christmas time, but we can still do something. We can still do something. But sometimes there are days like this. It's a pretty similar day to Tuesday, I believe. Didn't get anything for like an hour and a half, and then afterwards we got a big pump. So yeah, gonna stay like 15 more minutes or something. Let's see if we get something, and then, well, if we don't, then I call it a day. I'm gonna be in front of the charts anyways. The zones are of course active, you know. So if we are coming there later, I will still do the same thing. So obviously, if you're in front of the charts, and you see the levels, I would personally, if I were you, just do and execute it yourself. Ah, come on, give us something. What is Ethereum doing? All right. Ethereum is going down here, would be interesting for sells. Bitcoin also going down. So we are more short oriented for now. Getting close, and then we get rejected. And then we get rejected. Oh my goodness, really nothing. Like no structural break, nothing. It's a boring session. Market makers are toying with us. They don't do anything right now. They're waiting so everybody's going away from the market to pump it again. Or to dump it, you never know. You never know nowadays. I don't even know what to dump there anymore. Like they're dumping all the time. I feel like they're just accumulating right now. Like it actually makes just so much sense. They're accumulating so long until they're happy with the amount of money invested, and then they're pumping the market how they want to. You know? Come on. Oh my goodness. Well, guys, not a very interesting New York session for now. For now, I'm saying. We know what happened last time when I said not a very boring session. I'm going out now. 1 minute later, I look at my chart and it's pumping. It's like maybe I should just go for the sake of you guys. Maybe I should just go. You know, maybe I should just go so you guys can trade. Okay. My God, there's like nothing. Where's the volume? It looks like we're trading USDT. It looks like this chart here, guys. US it's like a USDT chart or something. Don't we have like USDT, USDC, USDT? We don't. We don't, unfortunately. Even the USDT dominance has some more volume here. Long's looking good though. Long's still looking good. Long's still looking good. Entered here down at 85.7. So it's all good there for now, but scalping wise, I mean, that is not really something that we hope for. Totally agreeing with Flo here. We don't want you to leave completely here. Go to the toilet is enough. Okay. I'm actually drinking a lot, so potentially I need to go soon, yeah. I need to go soon again. I'm drinking so much water, especially in these times. Very important. Drink your water, guys. Drink your freaking water. Totally agreeing with you. Yeah, that's what you already said. Okay, guys. To be honest, you guys know what to do. It is already 16:23. You guys can say, should I leave or should I stay a little bit longer? Should I stay a little bit longer or should I leave for the sake of you? For the sake of you. You know what we want. Go. Okay. I really still believe in like a pump, but like the thing is like as long as we don't break like right now, for example, if we break this high here, like if we break this high, it could be already the sign that we are going bullish, right? Because the thing is what we see, like we have retracement and kind of we created a high, but we couldn't break the low on the lower time frame. So it kind of means like it doesn't make sense that we break this high and then not go higher. So what I would do now, I would a little bit do it like this. So if we are pushing through that, that would be, or sorry, here. So if we're breaking through this high, personally, I would take a long, but be sure that if you are taking the trade, to take profits, like take profits quickly, because we do have these two levels that are completely new here, like the long liquidation levels that could be targets. We could push through it completely too, but I just want you to be aware that if you guys want to take this one, it could potentially be a very quick one. So if you don't feel comfortable taking this one, then don't. But that could be right now, structure wise, would be a break to the upside again. So movement is coming. So maybe it's good that I stayed. Some movement is coming. Let's see. Patient pace, yes or no? That's a question. Let's actually see quickly if we have some more liquid. I'm seeing the chart here also on my phone, so that's Bitcoin. So 88,918 that we already marked up. 88,84. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go pump it up. So we're getting ready here. Getting potentially ready. We also have on the higher time frame the 61.8 over us where we reacted. But yeah, let's see. Currently trading at 88.5K. Bitcoin currently trading at 88.5K. If we're breaking through 88.640, I would personally try here a buy scalp with a quick profit. We have some liquidation levels in yellow over us, 88.81, 88.84, 88.896. Could be a quick short squeeze. Also, we have one at the top of the wick that you see here, 89.115, and we get some shorts liquidated, which often are levels to potentially trade. So we are getting ready and we broke through. Almost and get rejected. I'm not in yet. I personally am not in yet. Good that I'm not in. Directly above us is an OB from Lux Algo for you to know. Yeah, okay. We haven't really moved through yet. Just a wick. So I personally am not in yet. But I was on the button. I was on the button too long. Wow, crazy. Crazy rejection. Which kind of time frame did you check on Lux Algo? Ah, this one. 1 minute time frame. Yeah. So if we're breaking now the high of this candle, I would definitely jump into the trade. If you're breaking the high of the candle, then I would definitely go into the trade. But for now, that is a good rejection here. Let's see if we get something here. Short pullback, breaking the high of the candle would be an interesting buy. If you're already in, potentially maybe already somebody clicked and checked their trading view. Manage your risk accordingly. Even though I'm not in yet, it's like doesn't need to mean that we don't come up. So maybe you even have a better entry, but for me, if we come here, I'm also checking the chart at the same time on the phone. And if we actually now get through this low here, like here, I would actually take a short. But for now, almost got the entry. We slightly, I think, trading view, we slightly got over. I'm not sure. Actually, my line was not 100% correct, but yeah, we slightly got over. but got rejected right away. So this time good that I was a little bit too slow here. But I think we can definitely still move above there. Let's see, at least some volume comes now. Like, at least some volume comes now. But if we actually now get rejected here and then break, that would be more bearish. But let's see. For now, doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. Let's see what we get here now. Maybe we get the trade now finally. 88.5. I'm taking a look here on my broker, on my exchange here on BingX on the phone, so I can see it right away. So now we're approaching the high. And now I'm in. Or, oh no. Okay, good. I'm in. I'm in. I got a good entry actually. But I just see that I went in a little bit too early, but now we anyways pushed over, so it was fine, but I went in a little bit too early. On TradingView, I just saw it didn't go over, but I'm definitely in the trade now. 88.64 entry, so quite good. We're coming to the levels here. I'm in too, says Flo. Nice one. Coming down to the levels. We said we want to take profits quickly here. Please, please, please make sure to do your own risk management here. And take first partials in the first levels here, because we potentially get some rejection here. I wouldn't close the trade completely. So now it's like profit area here. Congrats guys for everybody that took the trade. Patient pace. Nice. So here take some profits, some small profits. Boom. Nice one. At least we got one. So let's see. Some liquidations we got. First two. 88,719. Oh, crazy. That's a bad entry. Or not a bad entry, but you got the whole push of this candle. But if we go up now, it's a great entry anyway. So we continue pushing. Let's see what we get. Looks for now a pretty good entry. Nice. We pushed through the third level and we continue pushing. Next level would be the 89,000 level. 89,115 at the wick of the candle. Next liquidation level. Very nice. So please take your own profits. Do your own risk management. It's a little bit of a more riskier one. More riskier entry here. So quick profits were discussed here. But we are breaking now 89,000. We actually have hit 89,000 again. So now it's interesting what we do here. I potentially think that we can push through here. 89,115 is the next target, and we hit through it for next potential target. Next potential target. Took some small profits here now too, letting this run. I took some more profits here and letting the rest run. Nice. Nice one. Nice push. Nice push. 600 pips. 600 pips with the best entry at the top. 600 pips. $600 basically. Pips is the same like dollars in crypto, like in Bitcoin. So we are sitting at the top here. Of course, as I said, like potential rejection area here, right? Potential rejection area here. We broke through this one. We discussed the liquidation level at 89,115. We catch this one. So first 4 take profits were hit. First 4 take profits were hit. And now it's going to be interesting. if we are getting some more push or we get rejected here first, profits should be in your back, guys. Profits should be in your back. Some profits should be in your back, guys. Do whatever you feel like. Whenever you're happy, take full position out. Let's see. It's going to be interesting now. Do we see a similar push to yesterday? I'm definitely staying in the trade. I took partials, so I am already in profit. I am already in profit here, guys. Same entry as flow. That's funny. I'm already in profits. Let's see what we get here. Again, it was worth waiting. So for everybody that waited, congrats, guys. Actually, let me film this again. So we are live again here on YouTube. We just went into the green area. We have already the first 4 take profits here, and we are continue pushing in Bitcoin. Currently here at the resistance area, some profit targets over us, but we are already in profits. If you want to join the live streams, check out my bio in my description. Let's go. Let's win together. I'm actually doing that again. It didn't. So guys, we are trading Bitcoin live again. We went into the green area here. We have already over 500, actually 600 pips in profit, currently at a rejection, like resistance area. So let's see if we can push even further. I'm going to give you updates. If you want to join these live streams, feel free to check out my link in my bio. Let's go. You are dog walking the market, bro. Patience, bro, patience. Like why would we just jump into a trade if there's nothing, you know? It's really crazy how like liquidation levels and stuff are working, you know? Actually I'm kind of mad at myself that I focused a lot on forex trading this year as well. Market goes slower, so it definitely makes sense to also take some more partials here, just to, you know, just to say it. But we don't get heavily sold off right now. Could happen still, but it's crazy. We're just sitting at like a resistance area without reacting to any side, which is also interesting. So market goes slower. Market goes slower here. Be careful about that because it could actually get sold off here. So as I said, I took a little bit more profits here. Just like 10% of the position. Yeah, still, of course, but now we got a better one. Now we got a better one, you know? So no need to risk, no need to risk it. We can just scale that entry up. But yes, of course, still valid entry. But I mean, if we go in there, we have 800 pips worse entry, you know? In the intraday trade, when do you put the stop loss and profit? I actually don't put the stop loss and profit. I have a very, very fixed. So the next target for the long, like the next target for this position would be actually 90,948. So the 61.8. Or let's see. Wait, I think I haven't. Wait. 90,971 on my BingX chart. I don't know where you trade, Moritz. In case you don't trade on BingX yet, feel free to check out my link. We all, most of us here trade on BingX, I think. But yeah, I don't put it in profit. I have bad experience with putting my stop loss in profits. Like I took already partials 2 times. So at the 38.2 and the 61.8 Fibonacci level, and the next level. No, sorry. Yeah, actually, yeah, this time I took profits at the 23.6 Fibonacci zone and the 38.2. So the 23.6 is usually not the one that I take. The first one would be 38.2, but this time I had a little bit smaller smaller stop loss. So in this case, I took already profits at the 23.6. I think it was a 1 to 2.5 risk to reward already. So yeah, that's why I took it a little bit earlier. But the next time would be 90,971. So actually going over this wick. And it would also be somewhere at the fair value gap. Yes, going to make a Skyping account BingX for your sessions. Nice. So now we got rejected. Obviously, don't get a stop loss here or something, like in case we come down deeper. I would save the position. We already got some profits, so that's nice. I would love us to, like, if we get stopped out, then of course the higher entry is again valid. Just saying. Let's see if we can continue and staying in this trade. As I said, I also took some more profits when the market slowed down, because that's often a sign that we see a short-term reaction to the downside. But let's see, I'm still in the trade. My entry is pretty much the green line. But I put my stop loss on break even, so. I am in a risk-free trade. I took profits already, so I'm risk-free. Whatever happens, I cannot lose anymore in this trade, at least. Looks like market wants to continue going a little bit down and do like a, maybe like a break and retest setup, you know, like, so. But it would be okay. We already had our profits. I'm still in. If you don't know what like a break and retest setup is, it's like if we have like a big rejection and we move through, often what happens is that the market is doing something like this. You know, breaking the area, coming back, and then continue going up. So let's see what happens. I actually need to go to the toilet. Maybe it's gonna pump then. I'm still in the trade actually. Or let me double check. Did I got stopped out? No, I'm still in. I'm still in the trade. Okay. Now I am still. Now I got out. Now I got stopped out. Break even too. So let's see if we get now break and retest here. It's definitely break of structure, which is nice. So you could technically also move your entry to this area, because if we break that, I actually think that will not hold anymore. So that could be the next trade. I personally go to the bathroom. I'm gonna still stay live. Let's see if we get something here. But yeah, congratulations guys to being patient. I guess everybody got profit. Let me know in the chat. Put my stop loss a little bit under the POC of the small swing. Does that make sense? You mean this one here? Here? Could make sense, yeah. I mean, if it's part of your risk management and like if you hit stop loss, you're still in profits, then yeah, can make sense for sure. Okay, guys, I'm going to the bathroom, but I don't think that for me something happens very quick, so gonna be right away. Right back. So, what's good, guys? What's good, guys? I would say I personally, I always don't recognize that that is going so dark, so crazy. Anyways, I personally go offline now. So nice trade. Obviously, these levels are still interesting for longs. If we are breaking down here, it would be interesting for sells. But overall, I still see the long. So yeah. Yo, you just predicted the exact retest. Crazy. You mean the red area, or you mean here? Like, so let's see. But it's definitely a potent area to move again, you know. So now we of course have the break and we have the structure on the lower time frame. So if we push through, that's more bearish. Yes, the red, yeah. I mean, now we're pushing through, so now we are losing the POC. So I didn't predicted it perfectly, but short term at least we got some rejection there. But it's good for us that we put our stop loss to break even, so no losses here, just wins. Let's see how this candle closes. Usually like a wick down made sense. Why? Because we have an imbalance here, right? We have an imbalance here, so that completely made sense that we push down here quick and then reject maybe to the upside. Like these imbalances are often get filled. I mean, look at that like strong 5-minute candle. Let's say here, this strong 3-minute candle usually gets filled, you know, here especially. So we even have a little bit more space to get filled, but yeah. Anyways, we're not in any trade anymore, so that's fine. I will go offline now. So one very good trade with good profits for me personally. Got stopped out break even with the rest of the position. So still in $3 away. Oh shit. That could actually work out. I mean, we have this like little push that we could have to 88,456. It could be because there's like still a small gap here. But it could make sense that we see a rejection from here and actually go forward, like upwards. I would definitely hope for you, or would be cool for you that if you stay in the trade, but then your stop loss is somewhere at 460 most likely. Doesn't look too bad. Let's see. Let's all hope for Flo that his trade is actually continue staying in. Luckily, we didn't enter Ethereum. Oh yeah, that's true. But still, we like this one here would be the entry in Ethereum. Actually, that would be the same. If we would do the same in Ethereum, that would be the entry. So that would also be actually some profits. Yeah, that would be here the entry. Was just the upper entry. But yeah, that I completely forgot actually about. 88,460 stop loss. Come on. As I said, I don't hope for you that you get your stop loss and then it goes up, but here is a gap. Here is a small gap, but potentially not so important because it's just a 2-minute gap. On the 3 minutes we already got filled, so potentially it's gonna be not so important actually. Yeah, now I think you're out. So now this gap got filled. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go offline. We're gonna see each other tomorrow. Hopefully we get even some more action, but I think that's good for now. If you want, send me your profits. I'm going to share them. If not, no worries. And then we're going to see each other tomorrow. Have a good one. And see you tomorrow with another win, hopefully. All right. See ya, guys. Take care.